Hey there, math fans. Test 17, lesson 2, swords ready, let's go. Today we're going to look at how to find percents from a picture and how to find measurements to determine volume and area. So as always, we'll start with number 1 and find percents from a picture. So this question asks me what percent of this picture is red. This relies on me understanding that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 equal parts here, and 2 of them are red. So 2/9 of this picture is red. So to get my percentage, I'm going to go 2 divided by 9. And when I did that on my calculator, I got 0.22222 on and on forever and ever. Of course, I only want these two numbers, so I'm going to look at this one, and it's a 2, so I'm going to round down. 22% of the picture is red. So let's look at one that's a bit trickier. What percent of this picture is blue? Once again, this time they didn't draw the lines in for me, but I can put my own lines in here, and if I put my own lines in here, I'll be able to divide this into 9 equal parts again. And it's not always 9, that's just what I'm using because it's a square, and it works really well to divide a square into 9 parts. So if I go ahead and put in my lines and divide it into 9 equal parts, suddenly the whole question gets much easier. There's 9 parts, and 4 of them are blue. So that's 4 out of 9. Once again, I'm going to go to my calculator and do 4 divided by 9. And this time I got 0.4444444 going on and on forever. And once again, I'm only interested though in these two. I'll look at this to see where I should round. It's less than 5, so I'm going to go down. 44% of the picture is blue. And one more, what percent of this picture is green? So I will get you to pause the video here and give it a try. And when you come back, I'll have the answer for you. So I can see that there's 3 equal parts and one of them is green. So I'm going to do 1 divided by 3 on my calculator. And that will give me 0.333 going on forever. So I'm going to use these two numbers. Look here, it's below 5, so I'm going to round down. 33% is green. And if you had divided it into 9s and gone 3 divided by 9, you would have got the exact same answer. And let's talk a little bit about finding measurements to determine volume and area. So this question is asking me to find the area of this shape. So the first thing I'm going to do is use my ruler to find the dimensions of this shape. So I want to make sure that I'm lining up to either the 0, or this ruler doesn't have a 0, but I want to line up to that first line there, not to the beginning of the ruler. I want to line up where the measurements start. And when I do, I'm going to find out that my length is about 13.2 centimeters long. And then I need to find my width, so I'm just going to flip my ruler around. And when I do, sorry about that, my ruler's a bit funky here. I'm going to find that it is about 6.7. Just move that over. 6.7. So I'm going to go 13.2 times 6.7 equals, I'm going to use my calculator, 88 and 44 hundredths. And I can double check my decimal spot. There's 2 decimals in the questions, so there should be 2 in the answer. I'm good. The area of the shape is 88 and 44 hundredths of a centimeter squared. Now here's the same question, but using volume. So I need to find 3 dimensions. So I'm going to start by finding my length. I'll line that up nice there. And it looks like it's 13.2 centimeters for my length. So I'm just going to jot that down. Length is 13.2. And then I'll flip my ruler around so I can find the width. And my width, it looks like, is exactly 6 centimeters. Now, you've probably figured out by now this isn't exact because I'm changing the size of the ruler a bit when I move it. That's not my goal, but that's just what's happening because of this program. Your ruler obviously will not change sizes when you do this. And now I need to find the height. And it looks like my height is 7.3 centimeters. So, as you know, the formula for volume is length times width times height. So I'm going to go ahead and sub that in. Volume equals 13.2 times 6 times 7.3. And I know that my answer, whatever it is, should have 2 decimal places in it. So I'm going to do that on my calculator. And I get 578 and 1600ths. So I'm going to write that as a sentence. And there's my volume. The volume is 578 and 1600ths of a centimeter cubed. So here's one for you to try, and the rulers are all set up for you. We're going to round, so if it looks like one of them is in between centimeters, just round to the nearest centimeter. So pause the video here and find out the area, and when you come back, we can double check your answer. So on this one, it's right around 10 centimeters long and right around 5 centimeters wide. So to find the area, I'm going to do length times width. My answer should be 50 centimeters squared. And that's all there is to it. So here's your review for today. Question 1, what percent of this shape is shaded purple? And question 2, what is the volume of the cube to the right? And there's a ruler shown up there for you. Don't worry if it looks like it's 0.1 or something, just round to the nearest centimeter. And that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night.